YouTube, live and direct, yet again. But the topic of tonight is it ever acceptable or respectable for a woman to propose to a man? Reluctantly, I've sat down with a friend of mine and watched Huntsville, Marriage Huntsville, something, yo. But in watching said reality show, which I despise, I got enough drama and reality in my own little universe to be worried about somebody else's drama that they getting paid to manipulate and propagandize. But there's a young lady on this show who has decided that she wants to pop the question to the hubby. Now, the female friend who I'm watching the show with is old school and believes that that's a man's position, and her reasoning is because he'll know when he's ready to be married. I was flabbergasted by her announcement, or I should say the way that she feels and looks at life. If you believe that a man should ask a woman to marry them based on the man knows when they're ready. No, I believe that marriage is a sacred and holy commitment that is not an agenda. Love is love. So when you feel that you're ready to be married and you're ready to take that step, whether you're a man or a woman, I believe that in today's age and time, political climate, sexual climate, that you should be able to ask your significant other if they ready to make that commitment or not. So you being able to know if you got to go find somebody who ready to be married. But her excuse of it being a man's position to get on the knee is she for some reason she believes get on the knee and propose is the same thing. But from my understanding, getting on the knee is when you get on your knee, literally. You feel me? Proposing is when you ask a person that you love to marry you. It has nothing to do with getting on a knee. That is a tradition, basically, that has been manipulated, brainwashed, conditioned, however you want to call it, into the community culture, into our race, in order to have us living like the Joneses. You know, she ducked on me when I try to get deep with her. What I really want to know is like, you believe that a man's position is to ask the woman why or when it's time to tie the knot. It's the man's job to propose. Well, I believe that if we was to do the statistics behind that, we would see, I believe 98% of the time, a man has asked a woman to marry them. And I want to bet you every 98% of those times, it's been that same couple that got a divorce. Feel that? Understand that? To continue to do something repeatedly and expecting the resolution or the end result to change is the pure definition of insanity. So to keep holding a statue or a culture or ideology or the man's job is to ask the woman to marry her is setting yourself up for a failure. Literally. And when you set yourself up for a failure, there's only one thing that's gonna happen. You're gonna fail. And more than 80%, I could say confidently, of marriages fail. And I bet you all of them was that man asking that woman to marry their ass. Because in her concept, and I have to believe that she is speaking for the square world. You feel, I feel there's two different worlds in society. And even incarcerated, I believe that's where it came from. You got the guards versus the inmate versus the soldier versus the creature, the weakness, the weak versus the strong, But I say that to say it takes acceptance that something's not right. First of all, because these worlds out here, her world is ran black and white. You understand what I'm saying? I don't live in a world that's dictated off of black and white. My world is a lot more twisty and turny, you feel me? Being that I have a lot more different criminal elements, contributing factors, drug addictions, trauma. There is a lot of different circumstances and etiquettes that make my wheels round. You feel me? I see things differently than the individual that hasn't served 10 years in the California youth. Like I try to tell her, I would love to only worry about what's black and white. And what I mean by that, what is black and white is, let's take a job application for example. Society is based on the do's, the doers and the movers, the haves and the have-not. Now, for her, when she went to go get a job, she didn't have to contemplate on criminal history, drug test, experience, because her whole life has been groomed and managed for her to face these type of circumstances because she was groomed properly. And that's what I mean. In her world, it's black and white. It's you clean or you dirty. My world, why are you dirty? Why are you clean? Is you stressing? Or is you enjoying yourself? Are you addicted? There's several different reasons and contributors for an individual's dirty test. But in her world, it is yes or no. Are you clean or dirty? There is no gray area. And that don't work for me. And trying to do something repeatedly and find a solution that millions literally have done. Many men have gotten on their knee and proposed to a woman, and many of those marriages have failed. Numerous, multiple, damn near all of them, keep it G. But you still feel that that is the route. Why? Because you're so conditioned. You're so programmed in your world, which you've been doing as long as I've been doing my work. So you have to understand that the standards and values and gangsterism that I live and abide by is not gonna change. Just like your black and white world ain't gonna change. Me living in the gray and understanding that there is more than two reasons for things happening is gonna always be like oil and water, popping and snapping. it's not going to complement each other. It's not going to prosper. It's not going to grow. And it's not going to be healthy. And it only ends in heartache, domestic violence, failure. So be smart. Be smart. When you see that there is a compromising obstacle or multiple compromising obstacles in a relationship that make that relationship not so pro versus con, then it's time for you to reconsider, yo. Are you selling yourself short? Never let finance, loneliness, or stress be the factors for you committing to a relationship. You should always enter a relationship on equal grounds, clear-minded, with the past not being a present obstacle in the future of your relationship. Because if not, you're moving backwards. Because it's clear to see that unless you're amazingly special, that a majority of the times when you do what everybody else doing, you're going to get the same results that they get. And that's just straight real life 101. Inglewood. And the doobie that went out, B. But it pains me to see good people suffering from the black and white issue in life. You know? Because the truth of the matter is, the way I see it, there are really 3 different types of, now 4 if we throw in the LGBT community. There are 4 different types of characteristics I would even say characteristics. There's 4. Let's make this globally understandable, because my focus and thoughts are that of somebody that's been incarcerated and plotting. I can't stop it. That's just programmed in me. Like most people are programmed to get up in the morning and go to work, cash their check, pay their bills. I'm programmed to worry about who all is in my circle and how their lifestyle will impact mine and my growth or my downfall. So, I understand that you can be self-centered, but if you self-centered and not focused on what's around you, you failing. Because you focused on yourself, but you ain't seeing that the people that are around you or in your circle transpond energy. And that energy is what's going to make you or break you, yo. If you trying to focus on yourself, dealing with other individuals, and I keep it real, that is one of the most healthiest ways to survive in society, is communication, love, and being family oriented. I wouldn't say being to yourself is healthy, because you won't get other people's opinions. You won't be able to judge their thoughts and actions and how they deal with certain views of society. That's why I get pissed off when I see people watching reality shows to try to catch up on what's going on with the world, when these people is getting paid to say what's going to make you come back to watch them next week. So they going to tell you whatever you need to hear in order for you to tune in, not what you going to need to hear to increase your awareness and wisdom. So that reality TV is out for me. That's YouTube, yo. You can't support my YouTube channel, but you watching this. That speaks highly of your intelligence and your feelings towards my drama and my plot. You want to know more about them than you do me. You should be trying to go be with one of them. That's just straight from the soul. That's why I don't play no games. I keep it straight real. If I'm ready, I'm ready. If you ain't ready, I don't got time to be keep on and keeping on when you've been pressing forever to have me at this point in time, to where you may feel that you created this. But I've known where I wanted to be and predicted where I would be at this time, before you, after you, and even when I thought I would never see you again. It's real gang. Inglewood.